Hi, you guys. I am back with another episode. Here. Another episode of All Elite with Keeks. We here on this beautiful Monday. A very interesting week. We have, AEW comes on Tuesday, tomorrow, Tuesday Night War. That's why this title is I Feel It in the Air, because it's a war going on. It was a war zone on the timeline, okay? A war zone on the timeline. So I'm going to just give people time to come in and chat. If you're on Twitter, welcome. I know people watch on Twitter, from Twitter, YouTube, hey YouTube, and everywhere else. Welcome. Shit. Tough crowd. I ain't trying to get started yet until people come in my chat now. I'm not, It's a tough crowd right now. I don't like that. Well, while I give y'all time, I just want to say, I'm still upset. My boys lost yesterday. It was very tragic. I didn't like it. I was so upset. Hey, Cujo. I was so upset. Dak pissed me off. It was a bad day. It's been a bad day. Yesterday, it's been a bad day today. Seeing the jokes and the memes and stuff, people love to see us lose. They watch us to lose. They hate watch us and they love us. So, hey, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? We're going to still keep it pushing, keep it moving. So we got a lot to get into. We're going to get into some Dynamite. We're going to get into Collision, Women Business, of course, the show of the week. We're going to get into the Tuesday topic, because, AEW comes on a special time, which is tomorrow due to the baseball playoffs on TBS. So special start time. We're going to get into that. And then, we're just going to have a little bit of fun, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and get started. I can't do the show of the week without y'all, but goddamn it, if I am, I will, okay? So the opening, hey, Sean. So the opening for Dynamite and also Collision, we're going to get into it. Dynamite is started off with the AEW International Championship match. It was Rey Fenix versus Nick Jackson. Y'all know that was a good callback. 2019 vibes all day, day ones. Y'all already know how that was going to go. Collision, it also started off for the AEW Tag Team Championship match. It was FTR versus Ricky Starks and Big Bill. So we're going to get into Dynamite's opening first, which it was Nick Jackson versus Rey Fenix. Again, I've always said Young Bucks and Lucha Brothers are a great rivalry. They probably one of my favorite tag team rivalries of modern day wrestling, along with Usos and New Day. Like, you cannot go wrong with those four. I like seeing them. It's music. They're a good song and dance. They are good partners. And it wasn't going to go wrong between the younger brothers, Nick Jackson and also Rey Fenix. And then, of course, they had their older brothers on the sideline, which was Penta and also Matt Jackson. Penta had that shit on. He looked really nice. He smelled good. He looked like he smelled good. He looked like he smelled like Versace. They have a great, they really have great chemistry. They are probably one of my favorite rivalry. I wouldn't have mind seeing Young Bucks versus Lucha Brothers at All In. That's just my opinion. But hey, that's another subject for another day. But yeah, so it was a great match for the day ones. We already know Nick Jackson and Ray Phoenix was gonna cook. We've seen them do it before. It was great. The spots were great. We was concerned about Ray Phoenix because he's selling out that back injury that he has. Um, but overall, it was still a great match. Of course, Ray Phoenix retains. He's still the win. Um, yeah, and continue the story. So Ray Phoenix is on this reign, but it looks like he may be injured for real, but we don't know yet. I'm not saying that he is, but he showed that back is wearing on him. But he's still fighting because luchadors never break. That's law. That's in the Bible. So we had that. And also on Collision, which was for the AEW Tag Team Championships, it was FTR versus Ricky Starks and Big Bill. Shocking ending to this match. We didn't expect this because we all assumed for Full Gear it will be a part 3 of FTR versus Young Bucks, but it looks like FTR lost, and we have new tag team champions. It is Ricky Starks and Big Bill. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I am with the conspiracy because they done did it before. But it looks like they did not want to pull the Bucks over on Full Gear, which is selfish in my. I'm just like, bro, they gave y'all a moment at All In front of 80K. Like they lost to y'all. Y'all didn't want to lose to them at Full Gear. I mean, the math ain't mathing, you know? The math is not mathing. So they say Cash is injured. Okay, that's what they say. I remember when Shawn Michaels was injured. Okay, that's what they're saying. They're saying he's injured, a rib injury or some shit like that. So they had to drop it because they didn't want to give Young Bucks the moment. So I feel like Young Bucks is going to end up doing what's best for business and end up losing, so Ricky Starks and Big Bill can retain the tag team championship because Young Bucks do real shit. Young Bucks is about the business. You know what I'm saying? They're not selfish people, like people think that they are. They are what's best for business. They understand the business. So I'm pretty sure that the tag team titles is not going to be transitional. They're going to let Ricky Starks have his little moment, and also kudos to Big Bill. Big Bill, he is living his second chance. Y'all know that he fought his demons, and it was things that was against him, and things that he had a little bit of negativity down the line, but he got a second chance at life. Changed his way, shaped his way, got a second chance with AEW, and he's on a great reign, and he deserves it. And I'm happy to see him on the rise because he is over. I know my friend Shantice, I know they was giving Hearts a hard time because she was just like, why Ricky Starks paired with him? And I was just like, well, Big Bill is over in AEW, unfortunately. So Ricky Starks is still not as over as he should be. He doesn't really y'all saw my tweet when I said, is y'all still gonna watch it? Y'all saw when people said no in my mentions. So I mean, they like Ricky Starks, but they want him in WWE. That's when they'll really support him or whatever. So kudos to them. We have new tag team champions. So if you in the chat, you know the rules. Put your D up for Dynamite opening or put your C's up for Collision opening. Which one was the better opening of the show to you? Okay. Also, so we're gonna move on. It was Warlow. Warlow showed up on Dynamite against Griff Garrison. He ended up putting Griff Garrison in the dirt. The fans peeped out something interesting. That Warlow has MJF on his wristband, on his wrist. I don't know what that means. I don't know. Nobody knows what that means. So yeah. Warlow is back. Warlow. I saw the timeline was mixture. I mean, it's good to see Warlow. Me personally, I feel like Warlow is a great entertainment type wrestler. He still hasn't really connected to the AEW fans, but I did see that MJF on his on his wristband. So maybe they finally probably have an idea for him or something creative for him this time. So third time's the charm, y'all. So we just gonna be patient and see where this goes. Okay. And also on Collision, hold on, let me get my notes, y'all. Oh yeah, on Collision it was Bryan Danielson versus Kyle Fletcher. Great match. I enjoy Kyle Fletcher. Kyle Fletcher is such a good wrestler to me, and he's so young, so he's definitely a future star, a future a wrestler that I could see with some longevity. I could see him at different promotions. I don't see him stuck in one place. I can see him, doing a whole tour like Bryan Danielson. But Bryan Danielson is Bryan Danielson, of course. But it was a great match overall. I did enjoy Kyle Fletcher versus Bryan Danielson. Now, hey, Legendary. Now, don't get me wrong. Now, Kyle Fletcher kind of scared me when he jumped over the ramp and landed on the damn apron the way he did. Just like, okay, bro, you need your back. You need your back. But Kyle Fletcher is like 25. He's still young. He's really good in the ring. He's good in the tag team. He's good solo. So I enjoy me some Kyle Fletcher. I love me some Kyle Fletcher. And after that match against Bryan Danielson, the Mongol Embassy ended up coming out and jumping Bryan Danielson, for Swerve, because as we know, on Tuesday, he goes against Swerve for the TNT Championship Contenders match or whatever. So, yeah, they came out there and jumped him, and then BCC came out. So, BCC Mongol beefing. AEW storyline is AEW. Oh, okay. Well, good for you, Ramit, Sanaje, whatever. We're good for you. I'm very proud of you. Very proud. Thank you for your contribute, I guess. That doesn't move me, okay? Hey Vaughn. So if you in the chat, put your D's up for Dynamite or put your C's up for Collision. Which one was good for you? Okay. Moving on. We had the Adam Cole Roderick Strong promo clip. It was supposed to play the first time, but it was a little sound effect, so they replayed it or whatever. That was on TBS behalf, because on Fight TV they didn't have that issue, so it was definitely a TBS error. So they end up replaying Adam Cole and Roderick Strong in the Kingdom. Adam Cole is enjoying his friend Roderick Strong. He remembered the old times and he's connecting. So, we know what angle that they're moving in with this, because, like the Righteous said, Adam Cole is a snake in the grass. So, that segment was pretty fun. I do enjoy this Roderick Strong character change. Is very entertaining wise, and is giving him more buzz. The Kingdom is giving more screen time. So it is good all around for everybody. So shout out to them. But so we're not gonna add that part because that part was by itself, because Dynamite didn't have as much matches as Collision that week. So we're gonna still keep it pushing. But yeah, that segment, you can see Adam Cole is it's a different energy than he has with MJF. Like, he's enjoying himself with MJF, but when you with your day ones, it's a different type of feeling. Like, everybody know that. Like, when you with your day ones, it's different from what you with people. Like, of course, you're gonna bond with people that you just met and stuff like that. But it's something about being with your day ones that just hit way harder. Like, it just hit different. This hit different. Like, him and Roger Strong's been through the mud together. And him and MJF, they've been through some dirt. I'm not gonna say the mud, but they've been through some dirt. So it don't hit the same. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's one of those, I had to like you because you got something that I want. You know what I'm saying? So you don't have to, we're not adding this to the D or the C's this week, okay? So we're gonna keep it moving. After that, on Dynamite, you had the AEW World Trios Championship match. It was the Acclaimed and Daddy Ass versus Kip Sabian and Butcher and Blade. You can never go wrong with Kip Sabian and Butcher and Blade. I do enjoy them. They are the workhorses I know some people don't like seeing them losing, but like I said, you need that mid card heels, and they are great mid card heels. I would like to see Kip Sabian put into storylines because Kip Sabian is a great wrestler and he's a great character, and I do like when he has the sack over his head. So include him a little bit more on the storylines and stuff like that. Butcher and Blade just gonna do what they gonna do. Butcher and Blade, that like they say, they just enjoy being in the ring. They don't have to be this and this and this because they're veterans. They've been wrestling for a long time, so they're one of the ones they just here to get paid. They here for the love of the game, and you need that. That's my sister, y'all. My bad, y'all. Sorry. That's my sister, y'all. Okay. So after that, where was I? Oh, on Collision, you had Bullet Club Gold versus Angelico Metallic and also Gravity. Now the guns, as I keep saying, the guns are not really good when it comes to luchadors. Like they still get left behind a lot when it comes to luchadors because luchadors are fast. And the way you can tell this is luchadors, some like when you think that they're making a mistake, it's because they're trying to adjust to them. And I say it all the time, they cannot adjust to you. You have to adjust to them in order for it to be a great match against a luchador. They are quick. They are fast. You have to adjust to them. And Gravity was trying to adjust to one of the guns, and as y'all saw that he kind of slipped and stuff like that. Like it's just really hard. And pairing the guns up with luchadors is not going to be the quality match that you expect because they have to adjust to them prior to them having to adjust to them. Like Juice Robinson could hang with Gravity, could hang with them because he's wrestled those type of wrestlers before. Prior to the guns is still kind of struggling with luchadors. They still struggle with certain wrestlers. They're getting better, but to put them out there with veteran luchadors like that, it can make or break the match. And this one, it was just a little shaky. And I don't put that to Gravity or none of them. I put that to the guns because the guns does not know how to adjust to them. So that match was okay. It wasn't the best match, but it was okay. Yeah, it's a give and take. Like it's like if you don't practice with them, you're not gonna you have to practice with them. Like you have to go to the rehearsal. Chris Jericho has said it before on Talk is Jericho when he wrestled in CMLL and stuff like that. He will say all the time, like, you have to go to, like, you have like Monday, Tuesday. He said he will be there Monday, Tuesday with they trying to practice the song and dance. Like it's one of those things that you have to with luchadors, or you're gonna get lost, or it's not gonna be a good match. It's not gonna be good dynamic. So that match was okay. So if you're in the chat, put your D's up or put your C's up for that segment. It was still a fun match. It could have been better, but like I said, the guns was not good at adjusting to them, and they was only limited to do for them because it was one of those like Legendary says the give and take. So they did what they could. So put your D's up or put your C's up for that segment, okay? Also, you had Jay White. He comes out with the belt. Of course, the belt looks amazing on Jay White, by the way. That championship looks so good on Jay White. He came out there with the Bullet Club. He got the gold on him. What was a Mihu? What was a see Mihu? You should have heard it. You should have heard it. You raising your hand. Yeah, the gold looks good on Jay White. I wouldn't mind seeing him being champion. So look at that. It looks so good on him. It looks perfect on Jay White. Jay White cut a promo. He even was like, I'll put the title on the line against Adam Page, just stuff like that, like he has the belt. So he's out there. He challenged MJF. If you want the smoke, meet me at Full Gear. And we have an official first match at Full Gear, the pay-per-view. It is for the AEW Championship, which is Adam Cole. I mean, shit, not Adam Cole. I'm sorry, Jay White versus MJF. Okay. But yeah, Jay White looks good with that gold. He needs to have the gold. Okay. So moving on again for Dynamite, we had Kyle Fletcher and Takushka versus now originally it was supposed to be Sammy versus Takushka, but the wrestling gods heard our cry, they heard our call, and he was replaced by Kyle Fletcher. Thank you, Father God. It was Kyle Fletcher, Takushka versus Kenny Omega and Chris Jericho, and then on Collision you had the AEW World Trios Championship, which it was the Acclaim and Daddy Ass versus Iron Savages. So we're gonna start with Dynamite first. A great tag match. Like I said, thank the wrestling guys because Sammy was replaced by Kyle Fletcher, and it was an even more banger of a match. Great dynamic. You couldn't go wrong with it. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Powerhouse Hobbs came out there and he murdered my goat. Like, oh my God, I was so scared for my Jericho, y'all. Like, I started crying. I almost started crying, y'all. Like, I was just like, oh my God, he's just beating the shit out of my goat. And then chair shot to Kenny Omega. Now, y'all know that chair had that green tape on it. We know what that mean. It's the little cushion on that chair. Y'all know that they not trying to give no Kenny no CTE. Y'all be for real, okay? Grow up. We saw the little green strip on the chair and whatever. We know, okay? So Don Callis had Kenny Omega on the chair, the CTE chair shot to the head. It was one of those shifted chairs because it had the little green strip on it. Be for real, y'all. Come on, be for real. Let's be serious for once. Y'all are so unserious sometimes. But yeah, so Hobbs came out there. I'm assuming Hobbs is part of the Don Callis family, which is a good move. I hope he's replacing Sammy. No, I hope Kyle Fletcher is replacing Sammy. Yeah. Kyle Fletcher and Hobbs. Yeah. I hope Sammy's just not in it anymore. Like y'all can like kind of kill him off or whatever. I don't know. Yeah, that is scary. Like Hobbs part of the Don Callis family, it works. It makes sense. It makes a lot of sense, and I like it. Get him away from QT Marshall. That's what we want. So we're in the right direction. We don't even have to explain how that happened. We don't care. Like that shit don't have to be explained. It's a good move. We don't have to explain that shit. The good shit. That's what we want. Okay. So that happens. It's adding on to Don Callis. He's going mad right now. He's just building soldiers to take down Kenny. My poor Jared Goat, he's getting too old for this shit and stuff like that. So yeah, so all of this, why is Hobbs? Who cares? He's away from QT Marshall, and that's what we want. Okay, who cares? That is one story. We don't even care how that ended. It just had to end. Okay, Q. We want Hobbs with the Don Callis family, more screen time. You know, that's what he needs. He needs Don Callis is a good manager. Okay, he's a great manager. He's great for business. So it's a good move, y'all. We're not gonna complain. Okay, I didn't complain when I seen it. I was just like, good. Okay, he's finally in something prominent. Good. That's what we want. And then on Collision, like I said, it was for the AEW World Trios Championship match. It was the Acclaimed and Daddy Ass versus Iron Savages. I'm starting to like Iron Savages. They starting to kind of grow on me a little bit. They gimmick is a little goofy and stuff like that, but they're really good, strong men in the ring. So they're starting to grow on me. So I wouldn't mind them staying on Collision. They work for Collision. Like I said, you need some heels, mid-card heels at that. So keep them on Collision. They work. They work for Collision. The Acclaim is doing a really good job with the Trios Championship match. Now, well, Trios Championship titles, my bad. But the Trios Championship titles, it don't matter any promotion. It's like a hit or miss, or it meets in the middle. It's one of those titles that, you know, as long as they are continually active and continually fighting and stuff like that, it'll work out. It works. And the Acclaim is doing a great job. Y'all might not like the open challenges, but I mean, it's a trios championship. What more can you do? You know what I'm saying? It's not that many trios. They can make up some and stuff like that, but it's just a trios. Let them just have a belt. Okay, so just take the trio championship. It's a mid card championship. Just take it as that. Like, it don't have to be prominent. Y'all want them the same type of value as the tag team, but it's not. It don't even matter where it's at. It's just not gonna have that same credibility. Oh, I can't even say it. Y'all can't see. I can't even talk. Hold on. Had to drink on that. It doesn't have the same stature as the tag team, okay? Let it be under the tag team, and it's okay. They're doing a great job with it. They're doing better than, unfortunately, the House of Black, okay? I'm just gonna call it as it, okay? So just take it face value. And credibility. Yeah, credibility. But yeah, just take it face value, y'all, okay? So I'm gonna so put your D's up or put your C's up. If you enjoyed the tag match between Kyle Fletcher, Takeshita, and Chris Jericho and Kenny, or if you like to see the Acclaimed Daddy Ass versus Iron Savages, put your D's and put your C's up so I can count them at the end. All right, and then on Collision, because Collision had more matches. It was for the ROH Championship match. It was Eddie Kingston versus Commander, and that was another great match. Eddie Kingston knows how to adapt to luchadors for him to be his size, and Commander showed out. Eddie Kingston showed out, and Eddie Kingston ended up retaining, but he let Commander get his moment in the ring because it was a great match. ROH, it's okay for ROH to be a part of. I don't mind ROH being part of the Collision segments, but if we're gonna do this, we need to start adding Athena to it too. If you're gonna do it for the ROH title championship match, you need to start doing it for the women's as well, so that way we can see more Athena on the TV, because she needs to be on TV more. So if you're gonna do it for Eddie Kingston, do it for Athena too. It's only fair. That's all I ask. That's the only nitpick I have. That's the only thing I ask. Okay. So yeah. So if we're not gonna add that to it, because like I said, Collision had more matches. Okay. And then for the main event, we had that man. He was on both main events. Hold on. We had Adam Copeland. He got on there. He did a promo. He was saying who he wanted to wrestle. He was naming people that I just don't see it working in the ring. He mentioned he as my granny used to say, you bite more than you can chew, and that's what he's doing right now. He said that he wanted to fight Kenny Omega. He said he wanted to fight Moxley. He said he wanted to fight Powerhouse Hobbs. He was just saying a whole bunch of bullshit. People, just start off with Ricky Starks or something. Like, start off with Chip Sabian. Start off with, you got to start small. He just started like, he said he wanted to wrestle Kenny Omega. I don't want to see Kenny Omega win by a spear. That's gonna piss me off. He started talking all that hot shit. Already pissed me off. Like, he started talking like we just ain't seen him 3 weeks ago on SmackDown. That's y'all got though. Y'all was happy to see him. He came out with the fucking smoke and shit, and Wrestle Butcher. I just don't see it. I don't understand him. What he said, he want to wrestle Moxley. Be fucking for real, bro. Like, you start off small. Like, you coming in a little bit too hot. Like, you coming in on 10 when you need to be at a 7 right now. Like, just, you wrestle for 25 years one way. Like, just I'm gonna need you to calm down a little bit, okay? Just bring it on down a notch. And then he said Adam Page. I was just like, oh my God, he just that's y'all boy. And then he was on Collision again saying the same stuff he said on Dynamite, so we had to listen to it twice. He said the same shit again. He said what he said on Dynamite on Collision. He already coming in here main event in 2 things. See, like, if it was Punk, y'all would have been no, never mind. If that was CM Punk, I don't get it, y'all. That's y'all man's. That's y'all man's. And then he gave Lucha. And then Luchasaurus had to take a spear or whatever. No, that was Nick Wayne. Everybody can't be spearing now. Ricky Starks already spearing. Now you coming in here spearing. Somebody got to let the spear go. Somebody got to let that shit go. Because I'm not having it. I'm not having it. Somebody has to let the spear go. It's either Ricky Starks or it's Edge, Adam Copeland. Somebody has to let the spear go. What Legendary say? Put Legendary comment up. That's what I'm saying. He got to make up his mind. What do you want to do? What do you want to? That's y'all man's. You cannot come up in here with the spears. Somebody got to let it go. Ricky either let it go or Edge got to let it go. Somebody has to let the spear go. We don't do spears. We do suicide dives over here. Okay. We don't do no spears. Somebody got to let the spear go. Y'all better rock, paper, scissor it out because somebody got to let the spear go. Ricky, you might have to let the spear go because we used to Edge doing it. So you probably got to let the spear go. You probably got to do something else. Because I don't even, Ricky, you got to let the spear go. Let Edge have it, and you do a different move. Do Cody Rhodes thing. What that shit he be doing? What's that shit Cody Rhodes be doing? He ain't here no more. Do his shit. But somebody gotta let that spear go. But shout out to Christian for saying go fuck yourself. That was very hilarious. Because Edge, he biting more than he could chew right now. He coming in here. I can see if it's like you wrestle one way for 25 years. And then you wrestled in the big leagues for 25 years. But you wrestled one way for 25 years. And you coming into AEW, and AEW is you got people that do strong style. You got people that do high flying. You got people that do Joshi wrestling, lucha style wrestling. Like you have different technical wrestling, hardcore wrestling, a little bit of gimmick wrestling. But you coming in here talking about you want to wrestle the best. And then he named Juice Robinson. That shit threw me off guard. I was like, Juice Robinson? He said he want to wrestle Jay White. And then on the interview, he said he want to wrestle Okada. If Okada broke Danielson's wrist, what you think gonna happen to you? If he broke Danielson's arm, what do you think is about to happen to you, Adam? You just came back. If Okada, this Danielson we're talking about, Danielson about to call it quits because of that. And you want to wrestle Okada. See, this is when the wives need to step in. This is when the wives need to. This is when Beth Phoenix needs to be like, mm-mm, 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 mm-mm. This is when the wives need to step in. When your husband starts talking outrageous, you got to step in like, sit down somewhere. No. So I'm being as positive as I can because I know a lot of y'all are Adam Copeland fans, and I'm not trying to be biased on here. Like I said, if I see good things, if I see a different style, like if I see something like, okay, he really is trying, I will say something. But for now, I'm just like, you're biting more than you can chew right now. Let's just get your feet. Your feet ain't even wet first, okay? You about to wrestle Luchasaurus, and you probably done injured him. Don't get me started on that shit either. So if you in the chat, if you liked Adam Copeland's promo on Dynamite, put your D's up, or if you like what he said again for the second time, but on Collision, put your C's up. Put your D's or your C's on which Adam Copeland promo that you like, even though he said the same shit. Now we can move on to the fun part. So we're gonna get into Rampage. Like I'm gonna just skim through Rampage. I know I don't stick with it. I don't dwell with it. Rampage, it was the 8-man tag. It was Daddy Magic, Cool Hag, Jake Hager, Danny Garcia versus the Hardys and Best Friends. The Hardys and Best Friends end up taking a win on that or whatever. And then you had AE Lucha on Rampage. AE Lucha, it went off. It was the winner gets the ROH title shot, which we saw on Collision, which was Commander. But it was Johnny TV versus Commander versus Liz Dorado versus Penta. AE Lucha, it was going off. Commander was going off. Great AAA. All of them been at AAA. So it was another like a AAA type match on Rampage. Okay. So yeah, we had that. And then of course the main event is part of Women Business, which we better get to Women Business time.
This is what you need to do. You need to stay out of women business.
Women Business time, y'all. Okay, so on Dynamite, we had Timeless Toni Storm versus Sky Blue, and I am really enjoying Timeless Toni Storm. She is doing really great with this character. It fits her. She's looking really good. I love the see-through. I like the whole gear. And then Sky Blue is Sky Blue. She looks amazing. She looks wonderful. I just want to point out, AJ Lee is mother. And when I say AJ Lee is mother, all these girls, like AJ Lee got a bunch of sons in wrestling, bro. Like in AEW, in NXT, Impact, like she has a bunch of sons. Like if you see them chucks and you see some hats, I'm like, bro, AJ Lee is the mother. Like people like to say certain women in the division is, but I'm like, no, AJ Lee is mother. AJ Lee got a bunch of sons out here, okay? So she's there. Like people need to put some respect on AJ Lee. She is probably, in my opinion, the most influential women wrestler in modern day history. Like you see a bunch of her sons in every promotion. It's not just one, it's in a lot of these promotions. You see AJ Lee impact. So shout out to her. I fucks with AJ Lee though, not her husband, but I fucks with her. So yeah, it was another a great match. Toni Storm is, when she did the whoop, now back to you with more, she did the whole gimmick, the Marilyn Monroe. I love it. Sky Blue did great, did amazing. Sky Blue has some black eyeshadow now. Y'all saw the eyeshadow on the bottom and the top. She's getting a little dark a little bit. She's kind of wrestling a little bit aggressive. I don't know if the mist that Julia Hart spit on her is taking effect on her, but her eyeshadow was a little dark. She don't be wearing dark eyeshadow like that. So we peeping your game right now. We're peeping your game, okay? So yeah, so shout out to the women on Dynamite. And then also on Collision, we had Toni Storm again, but she went against Kiera Hogan. And then she tried to make Kiera Hogan sign the script. She looked at the script and Kiera Hogan, she ripped it and stuff. Now, these two, they had a really good match. It was a banger. You saw a bunch of ass, it was some ass scratching going on, it was some ass hitting going on. Toni Storm started eating her ass. It was crazy. Like, if you would I just know that her face was on her butt cheek. She was biting her butt cheek or whatever. It was crazy. It was a lot of, it was some thick women in this match. Thickums. Shout out to the thick ladies. Shout out to us. Thickums. It was some ass biting. It was some ass hitting. It was some ass scratching. It was a lot going on. So shout out to ass. Okay. Yeah, it was a whole lot of thick activity going on in this match, but it was a great match overall. Y'all saw my tweet when I said that Kiera Hogan needs to be in Mongol Embassy. I am still pushing that agenda. I can see her in that faction. It will work for Kiera. So if you hear me out there, Tony Khan or whatever, put Kiera Hogan in the Mongol Embassy. It works. She's a beautiful young lady. She's beautiful. She can dress. She can wrestle. It works. She has the right attitude. It can make her over. Like, she's a good in-ring wrestler. Like, the crowd received her well. As people say, that's the only Hogan we acknowledge. It may, like, we can keep that going. The only Hogan we acknowledge. Like, I can see people having that signs in the the crowd and stuff like that. So put her in Mongol Embassy. So a female will work in that faction, and somebody like Kiera Hogan, it will work. It's perfect. So do something with that. Okay, do something with that. But yeah, so that was overall a great match for on Collision. Especially if you like the thickies. That was a great thickies match. And then also the main event for Rampage on Women Business, it was Chris Statlander and Sheeta versus Nyla Rose and Marina Shafir. Like I said, shout out to Marina Shafir because she was part of the Grand Prixies, and they said her match with Billy Starks was amazing. She did really good. And like I said, Marina, I respect her because she is really trying and she wants to get better. She's not complacent. She really, really wants to get better. And like I said, her best match in AEW was against Chris Statlander, but Chris Statlander brings out the best in women. So with Marina, it's about the opponent. And I think, in my opinion, Marina wrestles if she can trust, more so of just doing it. And I don't think certain people that she wrestled against, she didn't fully trust because they was iffy. Like, she had a match with Britt Baker. She had a match with Jade before. Like, it went how it went. No shade to him. But that tag match was actually good. You cannot go wrong with Nyla Rose. Like I said, we dealing with times that certain cities and also certain states are not allowing transgenders to perform in wrestling. Is technically entertainment or like a performance. So, she's not able to wrestle in a lot of cities because of these bullshit laws. So, but kudos to Tony Khan when he is in a city that doesn't have those laws, he does book her. So I want to see more Nyla Rose, but the times is not on her side. So we can only do so much. So, I know people like, why ain't I? I'm like, they wrestling in some of these states are red. I'm in the red states. I'm in Texas. I'm pretty, she can't be booked in Texas. No matter what. I mean, she can be booked in Dallas because we're still a Democratic city. But certain cities in Texas, I'm pretty sure they will let her want to wrestle. So y'all just have to keep that in mind. Some of these cities and states they signed that whole bill that they can discriminate against trans from performing. So that's why we don't see a lot of her like we usually do because of these cities and states. And he's not gonna not go to to these cities and states because they earn his money. He's great in the South. He's great towards the East Coast. He still has, it fluctuates when he's in the West and Midwest, but the Southern states and also the Eastern states, of course, it's not going to be like no. So we just got to be patient. When we see her, we support. But we in them times where it's fucked up that LGBTQ, they giving trans a hard time. So Nyla Rose, she still has a job, she still gets paid, and she's booked when they are not in those cities or states. So that's what it is for Nyla Rose. It has nothing to do that they don't have anything for her creative wise, but it has a lot to do with the politics in the cities and the states because they can either get banned from it or they can get fined from it. So, and plus we don't want, God forbid, we don't want no type of hate crime to go against Nyla Rose for performing. Her mental state and also her safety is also most important, y'all. So keep that in mind because Nyla Rose is still a great wrestler. It's just we live in some fucked up times, okay? Very fucked up. So shout out to Shida though. Shida did the Soraya move and did it better than her. No shade. Did it better than her. Great main event for Rampage. Rampage have been main eventing women business for the past a month and a half now. Especially to all these What About Women's Wrestling. I hope y'all been paying attention and taking heed that Rampage has been main eventing women for the past month and a half now. So kudos to Rampage. And also, I burp, y'all. My bad. The women business of the week is going to go to Miss Timeless Toni Storm. She wrestled on Dynamite. She's wrestled on Collision. Her character work is great. She is unique, is different. She's doing it well. I like it. I enjoyed it. And she's a great wrestler. Great wrestler. So Toni Storm is women's business of the week. She has broken Chris Statlander's streak so far. So give it up to Timeless Toni Storm. All right. So moving on before we get to the show of the week, y'all do know that tomorrow it is AEW. AEW and NXT is face off. AEW is on Tuesday for this week due to baseball playoffs that will be taking place on Wednesday. Look at the card on Tuesday. I applaud AEW for keeping moving with the storyline. Don't let that shit fold you. Don't let the shit shake you. We know they done booked some people over there at NXT. They don't trust their stars like that, so they have to call in the legends. That should show you that y'all are applying pressure for them to do that. Like they done call fucking Undertaker. Like they call it Undertaker. They call it John Cena, Cody Rhodes. Like that should show you the pressure that y'all already applying. So keep sticking to the storyline, and AEW fans, we just gonna keep supporting like we've been doing. We've been down this road before. This ain't nothing new. Don't let shit shake. Just keep it moving because they're gonna have to follow up the next following Tuesday. You see what I'm saying? Like you don't want to stay off course and then you gotta follow up with what you did because they gotta follow up with what they did. Booking how they booking this week, you gotta follow up with that. It's gonna be back to normal. So while we're still building our little storylines to get ready for Full Gear, they just doing stuff because they just want to we're gonna shit on these people, we're gonna shit on blase. So now NXT ad free, yeah, they ad free for 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Like they doing all of this shit. They doing all of this shit, y'all. Like it's a lot going on, and that should, if anything, if I was Tony Khan, I would feel flattered. Like, damn, y'all pressed. Oh, y'all try. I'm just a t-shirt company. Remember, I'm just a t-shirt company. I'm just a t-shirt company. I thought I was just a t-shirt company. That's what I would have said. I thought I was just a t-shirt company. I thought we was just a merch company. We're just a t-shirt pissette company. I thought that's what we was. Oh, okay. So yeah, it's the face off. Watch what you watch, enjoy what you enjoy. But you know what I'm gonna be watching? I never watched NXT. I only watched it when it was the black and gold. I haven't watched this new shit, and when I tried to, I couldn't get into it, so I'm not gonna fake the funk. So I'm gonna just watch AEW like I've been doing. You know, we got some good matches going on. You got Swerve versus Bryan Danielson. You got Jay White and Adam Page. We got Saraya. I know Saraya and Sheeta. I know it's not the biggest thing in the world. Maybe Sheeta gets the title back. I hope. I don't know, but I just don't know the direction. I hope it's in good direction, but I'm not gonna put too much expectations on it because she could retain. We don't know what's gonna happen. So we just gonna keep it moving, y'all. We gonna keep watching AEW. We gonna watch what's going on. It's gonna be a good show. Moxley and Ray Phoenix, and then Adam Copeland versus Luchasaurus. Yeah, that's I forgot to mention Adam Copeland versus Luchasaurus also tomorrow for all the Adam Copeland fans. Yeah, so we got that. All right, so so we got that going on. Let me check. Let me keep the tallies to see who won this week. Which show was the? Mm, 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 mm. I'm looking. I'll count. Okay. Well, okay, I'm rallied up my tallies. Even though they still had the less matches, it looks like Dynamite takes the win again. Dynamite takes the win again, y'all. Shout out to Dynamite. Collision had more matches, but Dynamite is still supreme. It's still holding weight on All Elite with Keeks. It's on the street. It's on the street. Y'all like what y'all like. You know what I'm saying? You can't argue. I'm not. Who am I to argue with y'all? Y'all like what y'all like. Shout out to Dynamite. Elite is doing great things though. I mean, not Elite, but Collision is doing great things since Bryan Danielson came on. It's just, you know, Dynamite either they just have great matches. And that is just to show you what type of fan base that AEW likes. We like matches. We like gimmicks. We like a little bit of promo there, but we like matches. Like we are some in-ring wrestler. We some in-ring fans. AEW, we are in-ring fans. Like you can only do gimmicks and shit so long, but we wrestle. Let's see what your wrestling looking like. What is hidden for? That's what we is. What your matches is hidden for? You can do all this talking all day, but what your matches looking like? And that's what Dynamite is about. But shout out to Collision too, because Danielson got it on the right note. It's just gonna take a little bit minute for it to get where it needs to go. But they still testing the waters on certain things. But Dynamite, you know, it took Dynamite a little minute to be where it's at, so it's gonna take Collision a little bit. I'll give it to around next year for Collision to start being where it needs to be. Okay. So you know, before we get out of here, let me get to the let me do I forgot to do my AEW Wrestler of the Week. I sure did, but I didn't tell the producer, but I'm gonna say my AEW Wrestler of the Week is Kyle Fletcher this week. Kyle Fletcher did an amazing job. He did a great job on Dynamite and also Collision. He's very young. His future is bright in wrestling. I can see him being a champion one day. I don't see him being in one promotion. I can see him being all over. But Kyle Fletcher is definitely one of the ones. And he's like 25, 24, 25, one of those. So his future is bright. He's young. He's young. And I like seeing him in the ring. He's not reckless. He doesn't wrestle selfish like some people. Sammy. Um, yeah, so it's Kyle Fletcher for me this week. He stood out the most for Dynamite and also Collision. So announcements. Okay, so like I've been promoting, I'ma still keep promoting it. Y'all do know next month on the 6th November, it will be the AEW, the second annual AEW All Elite with Keeks, my nomination special for the awards, because the awards is in December, but the nominations comes out on November 6th, y'all. When I tell you I'm done with the nominations, I'm done with it. It took me 2 weeks, y'all. It took me 2 weeks. I'm telling y'all gonna be like, oh, y'all gonna be on the edge of y'all seat to see who wins shit, to see, because it could go to anyone. Like I'm so excited for y'all to see the awards and stuff. Like it's if you was here last year, y'all already know how it went. It went last year, it was funny as fuck. This year is gonna be funny as fuck again. But yes, the nomination special is November the 6th. I will announce all the nominations. The only one that y'all already know or aware of is that Jeff Jarrett is my Legends Award for this year. Lifetime Achievement Award goes to Jeff Jarrett this year. So it's going to be Jeff Jarrett style. I'm doing, Hearts is doing a special written thing for me for it. So I can't wait for y'all to see that. And so make sure y'all have it bookmarked. It's on my pin on Twitter for my nominations. I will have some guests for the nomination special. Even they ain't gonna know who the fuck is nominated. So King Quest, Jeff Jarrett. Jeff Jarrett is my life. Jeff Jarrett deserves his flowers. Yes, he does. So yes, he's getting his flowers on this show. It's his year. A great signing to AEW as a vet. So he's getting his flowers this year. He deserves his flowers. Give people their flowers while they can still smell them is my motto. Life is short, okay? Especially with wrestlers, these life is short. We just buried one, okay? So give them their roses while they're still here. And Jeff Jarrett deserves his roses. He's good for his age. He still looks good. He's entertaining. Y'all was forced to hate him. It's nothing to hate about. He is what anybody should aspire to be. Get that paper. Get that paper. Get that bag. Jeff Jarrett gonna get this. That man ain't gonna never be broke a day in his life. He gonna get that bag. All y'all should aspire to be like Jeff Jarrett. Get that bag. Okay. So yes. So November 6th, nomination special. For the second annual All Elite with Keeks AEW Awards. I'm telling y'all, this nomination, it was hard. It was hard. Like I had to but yeah, my timeline for my awards is always like it was last year. It was from All Out 2022 all the way to All Out 2023. That's my year timeline. So if some shit, y'all, that's my year timeline. It was like that last year. It's gonna be like that forever. All Out 2022 to All Out 2023. That's my year. That's how I determine my shit. Okay. So November 6th, make sure y'all tune in. It's gonna be really fun. I will have guests on the show. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. Y'all can even, see who y'all think gonna win on the chat. Jeff Jarrett had Taylor Swift babysit his kids. Mm-hmm. Jeff Jarrett is that guy. What Frantic World say? Bad Boy Records versus Death Row Records. Who's the Death Row? Cause I know it ain't NXT. Who is the Death Row? Who's the Bad Boys? And shit, if we want to be technical, Bad Boys end up winning because Death Row don't really exist. I mean, Snoop Dogg bought the rights, but P. Diddy is the one who's still doing Bad Boys 10th year reunion tours and shit. If we being funny, I could be funnier. I mean, didn't the nigga just do the Bad Boys tribute at the VMAs? Did he, Bob? He just did the shit not too long ago. If we being technical, the nigga Suge Knight in jail. So I mean, I need the invisible gram. I mean, because Suge, shit, Suge got knocked out by a barber. So yeah, make sure y'all tune in every Monday. Make sure y'all tune in to AEW tomorrow or NXT. Either or is fine. You know, ain't nobody putting a gun to y'all head to tell you. I'm not telling you to watch this and this and this. Just watch what you watch, like who you like. But if you are an AEW fan like I am, make sure we tune in tomorrow on Tuesday at 7. You know, we got to get ready for Full Gear, so we gonna watch it. I gotta watch it. You know, my show is all Elite with Keeks. It's AEW based. I'm not one of those. I watch all wrestling because everybody know that's a fucking lie. People that be saying it, people that be saying that they for all wrestling be lying. Okay, they be lying. They supposed to be capped. They is not for all wrestling. They for what they like. It's okay. Look, it's okay if you like what you like. It's okay to have a little tribalism. Like people that be like, y'all be doing all that tribalism, but be part of it. They be part of it too. Like I say it all the time. Like the same people that be saying that about AEW fans, they be doing it too for WWE. Like I'm just like, if you're a tribalism, you tribalism. Like it's okay. It's okay. Like what you like, bang who you bang. It's okay. Fuck these big backs. Like what you like. So watch NXT or you watch AEW is fine. It's gonna be fun tomorrow. The timeline is gonna be fun. I don't care what nobody say. That shit is gonna be fun and funny. And y'all gotta give kudos to y'all gotta give kudos to Tony Khan. He has made wrestling like the environment, like he's made it fun in the like Books has said in the last 4 years. It hasn't. We've been in the trenches with wrestling before. We was in the trenches. Do I have to bring up that WrestleMania when it was Jack Swagger when he had the belt? Do we have to go back to the trenches? We don't want to go back. Do we got to go back to WrestleMania in New York? Because we don't want to. Do y'all want to go back to that? Do y'all want to go back to that? Because y'all don't be watching Impact no way. So don't let me sit here. Well, I watch. No, y'all don't. Do y'all want to go back to when Jack Swagger was the champion at WWE and he main evented at WrestleMania? Do y'all want to go back to that? Yeah. Do y'all want to go back to Jack Swagger and Del Rio? I think that's what y'all want. We was in the trenches, okay? We was in the trenches. So you watch. Oh, okay. My bad, Triguns, my bad. No shade, my bad, okay? My bad. I used to watch Impact. Well, I used to watch it when it was TNA. I didn't. I tried to get into Impact. I don't know. But I did used to watch TNA, though. I did watch TNA. But do y'all want to go back to Jack Swagger and Del Rio? I think that's what y'all want. What else was in the trenches that we had to deal with? Y'all want to go back to the trenches. So we're just enjoy. Let's just have fun. And also, hold on, I got my belt. AEW fans that's concerned about ticket sales, leave it alone, okay? Leave it alone. Leave it alone. Y'all are finding anything to be upset about. Oh my God, the ticket sales. Do y'all understand Ticketmaster is about to go to court in November? They have nothing to do with the high ticket prices. That's Ticketmaster. Okay? It's not just wrestling. It's the. Do you want to know how much I paid for my Beyonce tickets? Okay? Calm down. Y'all calm down. I should not be seeing ticket discourses on the timeline. Oh my God, they low ticket. They need to. It's Ticketmaster. That's why they about to go to court in November. They got to go to the Supreme Court in November. They about to get that RICO charge. Okay? And I don't understand why y'all complaining anyway, because y'all don't be going. Ticketmaster got that RICO charge waiting on them. It's Ticketmaster. I paid a stack. I paid a stack for my Beyonce tickets. And guess what? It had to do with the fucking fees. It had nothing to do with the ticket prices. It was the fees. A ban for my Beyonce tickets. And it had nothing to do with her prices. Because if it was the original prices, it wouldn't have been a ban, but it was them damn fees. So they about to catch this RICO charge. So y'all need to stop complaining about ticket sales. No, SeatGeek was on that shit too for the Beyonce tickets. It was everywhere. That's why they about to check. They about to catch that RICO. All of them. So thank you, Taylor Swift. Thank you, Taylor Swift. I applaud Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift said, my fans need to, y'all need to look into this. So stop complaining about ticket sales, okay? Yes, Ticketmaster is about to go to court in November because they about to get that RICO. I'm praying on a downfall. Hey, I paid $1,000 for my Beyonce tickets for the sweet seats, okay? Thank God I had it, but I put it like this, y'all. Just say if your ticket is like $300 and some, there's no way in hell you should pay an extra $300 on fees. And I paid for 2 tickets because it was me and my cousin that went. The fees was higher than the fucking ticket. So when you're complaining about AEW high ticket sales, it ain't them. It's Ticketmaster. That's why they getting that RICO. So we're praying on Ticketmaster downfall, y'all. We're praying on this RICO charge come November. Before I get out of here, I just want to let y'all know, we see what's going on in Israel and Palestine. If you don't know what's going on, educate yourself before you start spreading shit. It's been a lot of ignorance going on. So just educate yourself before you say you stand with this, you stand with that, because you people are sounding very ignorant without looking into it. So look into what's going on before you show your support. Pray for everybody. It's a lot of, I pray for all the innocent ones that is losing it's a lot going on. We in them times, y'all. We in them times. So it ain't looking good. I'm gonna just say it like that. It ain't looking good. So just educate yourselves before you go and say, I support this, I support that, because you don't want to sound ignorant. Okay. So pray for these people. People are dying. People are dying. People are getting kidnapped. People are getting assaulted and things like that. People, it's messed up. It's a lot going on. So just educate yourself. I mean, they was downtown in Dallas, they was about to get into it in downtown. I was like, oh shit, it's getting real. It's getting real out here. They banging, okay. It was getting real down in downtown. Like I would even work, and I'm like, oh shit, it's getting real. everybody banging. Oh, let me get home. Cause I don't know. But if you in the city and they in downtown with it, I just stay out of it, okay? Like if just stay out of it, just read up on what's going on, get educated on it, and just be quiet. Like just stay out of it. Or if you have friends or something that's then just see from their point of view before you have an opinion or before you have any type of judgment or whatever. But yeah, cause they down here in downtown Dallas, they was banging. Like you had one side when somebody it was getting crazy. They doing it in New York Times Square, like they everywhere, like everybody banging. I'm like, oh, let me get on up out of here and go home because I don't want to don't let me get in the way. Don't let me stop you. Okay. So let's just pray for these people. People are dying. It's a lot going on. Let's pray, educate, elevate, and just keep it pushing. Like I said, tomorrow it is the Tuesday Wrestling War. Tune in. AEW is tomorrow. We got to get ready for Full Gear, which is in November. Let's get to it. Y'all stay safe. Have a good night and hit my getaway music.
You've mentioned a couple names recently. Who were they?
Listen, man. They call me the problem, but you could call me the can man, because anybody can get it. Africans, Americans, Dominicans, Mexicans, anybody can get it.
Thanks.